can't just say that, oh, we're going to have family events, or oh, we're going to do this and that, and yet not have a scope, because our scope is what is going to attract our members. So if we say we want to have family events, we want to have a networking group that's going to assist people who are just arriving here, or people who are here and do not have any idea how to go about, people who have moved from other states, that is going to assist us farther than if we just say, oh, we're just another forum group that has opened. You know, then people will flock towards us. But it's going to fail again, just like they were saying, because
if we have too much, if we're biting into too much.
Right.
So basically what you're saying is we need to figure out what one or two things, what one thing can we start on?
Yes.
Let's work on that.
First, put it aside, and
then go from there.
That's very smart. Scope, put it in the website, and make it clear. This is what we want to accomplish.
Right.
This is what we're driving towards. Right. So if you're interested, then come join us. If you're not, let's not waste time.
That's a very good point. I remember talking to Karaki a couple of weeks ago, and I told him, I said, you know, when we actually have small, manageable goals, the team actually now begins to have a cohesion, because now you're working on small, achievable goals, and you actually feel like you're hitting some of these milestones along the way, and it really kind of builds that team chemistry, and we really now begin to, you know, see like we actually have accomplishments, you know, on our belt, and now we really now begin to take on bigger and better things.
Exactly.
Well, I do agree with both of you. Actually, the group that I was involved in California, they first started doing just benefits for family who are bereaved, and they focused on that, and now they grew out to doing now business for people who want to invest back at home. So for a couple of years they focused just helping people who are bereaved, and then they will just give out money. But now they asked all the members, whoever wants to start doing something back at home, like buying land or just investing at home, so they branched out to that. So I think if we, like she said, if we come in with one focus and then just branch out as we grow, it will be ideal.
Karaki made quite a good effort reaching out to us, because he knew us personally. And we knew him and we trusted him, and we decided to put Friday aside to come over here. I think.
Don't say about trusting, but go ahead.
Well, I trust him. That's one leverage. I think the most immediate goal we'll have is that. Meaning, chances are, you know, 5 people who are like-minded like you, who would understand what this is and who would see the benefit. So, I know he had the task of kind of just chasing people on emails and trying. So maybe I think the next step, which once we get maybe a target date to a meeting, is to task the people in this room who actually made it, and task them to find 5 like-minded people who think the idea is viable.
Okay. I'm burning to say this,
Yes.
but can we do something similar to like what we do in the Insanity Workout, where you pay to come work out, whether you come or not, the money is not refundable?
Not to Kenyans.
Can that work? It worked for them, so that would make them stay.
Yeah, I mean, it gives them some.
But it kind of makes you feel, okay, I'm the one losing here. If I came and paid $50 for membership and then I don't show up, I'm not gonna get it back. Then I'll be forced kind of to say, okay, I'm just gonna show up.
But we want someone who's involved.
The commitment,
Who's committed and not just financial. Someone who actually wants.
Okay.
Exactly.
We also have to remember there's like, we're not the only ones. There are so many groups like us in Dallas. We're not the only ones.
Yeah, I heard that.
So we have to stand out by just defining what we want to achieve. That's what's going to attract whoever is supposed to come to our group. You know, money and all these events and everything is not going to matter. We need to define who we want to be. We need to define what our goals are going to be. And you'll find people with families or people who just want to network just coming together. We don't even have to ask them to pay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a question. Is crowd important to us?
As in?
The numbers?
Yeah.
Numbers. I mean, eventually one should.
Is it better to have a small group that's very, very successful than 1,000 people who are actually doing nothing.
You don't want that way. You know, I think that we don't want to try to just get the masses. We want to, recruit people who are willing to be actively involved.
So then we need to keep that in mind. Like,
absolutely, because this
remember,
is a sacrifice.
Hey, who am I gonna? The 5 people that I'm thinking of.
Right.
Like-minded. It has to be yes.
Do they think like me? And another thing is, do we need to remind ourselves to look for people who are people like you're a people person. You're not here like I don't want to come here to benefit me. Can we start thinking like that? Like, hey, I'm here to help you. I don't know you. I just met you today. And in my mind, I'm like, I hope I'll be of help to you. And then that way we are not kind of selfish. But like he said, people join their group saying, okay, so nina benefita you kwa hii group. So if you don't come with that mentality, kind of, maybe we can go far.
So long as we have things that actually impact different people, we'll get involved.
Have a balance.
Yeah. But it's all about activity. We want to have action.
It's all about how we put ourselves out there also, because like I've been with my company for a little bit since I came over here, and they offer an opportunity to hire college interns and they pay them.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know anyone. Like if I knew somebody who has children or who has college students,
wow.
Right.
You know, that's crazy. So, it's amazing that she said that's a really. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish.
No, that's what I was going to say. Like,
that's amazing. I mean, I know some people who are looking for jobs right now, or who just came out of school that are looking, would love an opportunity like that. When I started Liberty Mutual, my recruiter told me, "Do you know somebody who's just like you?" Because we will pay them $48,000 to start, and we'll pay you $2,500 for refiring them.
To bring in the more.
Yeah. But I don't want to blast it off on Facebook because I don't want Joroge, who
anybody
drinks 10 times
anybody
a day, to come work for my company, and then now I look bad because who's this drug that you But that's good, because if we can find a way to harness that talent, and really people who are genuinely talented and looking for that opportunity, man, you got it right here. I have it. I'm sure there's other. Everyone has an in whatever company they're working in. You can teach somebody, how can I work from home and work in my pajamas, don't have to brush my teeth and make $100K a year. You can teach somebody how to do that. So, anyways, who else got an idea? Barina, you've been quiet.
Groups like this, I think what's important is to realize that, as we mentioned before, is you don't want to broaden your scope too early and too wide. Right? So, I just suggest a couple of things.
Yes.
One is relationships and values, and I think that's really the pillar of any successful groups. Okay, so you want to create value so that guys can come to it. Nobody wants to come here and waste time. Everybody's got other things to do. But at the same time, you also want to have, I don't want to call them moral values, but societal values that people can start rallying around. Because, like you said, we all come from diverse backgrounds, right? And everybody wants to feel safe when they walk into a room, knowing that the guys you walk into that room kind of share the same values with you.
So which brings me to a couple of points. One, it's important that obviously we function, we have some kind of organization set up. I'm talking about legal organization. Let's make it legal so that if we make this into a non-profit, and somebody wants to contribute $3,000 because they have a business, and hey, it's nothing to them, but they know they're gonna get a tax benefit out of it, then let's create an avenue to which he can do that. I can talk with a few folks who've done this kind of thing. Barina has done it, and figure out what we need to do. And if anyone else wants to do it, please join me. But that's one of the things, we have to make this into a credible organization. I'd like us to set up a leadership team, people who are going to lead this organization. And please, I don't even have to be part of the leadership team. I want you guys to decide who do you want to see lead this and really make this group successful. I would suggest for the next time is think of a project, one project that we can work on, that we can get started on. You know, but being a businessman, and most importantly a promoter, it's obviously a great opportunity to put yourself out there that I'm not just about the promoting business, but I also care about the community, and I'm here and I'm supporting this community. I think that will be very, very important to the Kenyan community here.
I think before we leave though, I think we should maybe come up with what our foundation is. I mean, come up with what's our actual values, what's the benefit for joining this organization. Because when you bring your friends the next time, they want to know, you know, I mean, it's human nature. People want to know what's
so
going to benefit me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there on Friday and sit there for 9
like
and a half.
Have a mission
if I don't
segment,
know,
kind of?
Yeah, something so that we can know what we're working from.
Well,
and that's what I was driving at.
Come up with a mission
scope.
statement.
Like, we need to define what we as a team want to achieve. We can't just be blindly saying, oh, next weekend we'll have a family event. We need to really say, we as a team.
What do you want to achieve?
I think the family events is a good idea. I think networking is a good idea.
Right.
You know, those are the two things that are top of my mind, I would say.
Do you want networking for? Is that way maybe we can make his email kind of idea be the main grasp? Because the idea was uniting Kenyans in DFW.
Exactly.
I think that would be very clear cut. Like,
it is.
The whole of the organization is to unite everything else, you know, family events, networking, businesses, entrepreneurs, everything is going to be
and
it's going to come together.
I like that.
I think the main gist is uniting Kenyans in DFW. And DFW we're talking about, because sometimes don't forget their Fort Worth and Arlington.
I think I've been very quiet, but the one thing that has stood out for me a lot, just listening to everybody's ideas, is the fact that it seems like everybody here is interested in helping to lift somebody else from where they are to a higher level. Yeah. You know, so I'm liking the fact that this is not just geared towards individuals. This is, how can I help you get to where you want to go? How can I help our community grow?
Togetherness.
And yes, togetherness. So the Uniting Kenyans in DFW, I think, was very apt. I like that.
Who else has anything? Yes. Hey,
we should have a
few minutes to share your ideas.
Group that runs this organization as if it was a corporation for real. Because we want everybody to be touched, whether they like it
but, if you want to do it next time,
not.
that's fine. But I'll put you on speaker.
Because at the end of the day, people tend to think that they're self-fulfilled.
No problem.
You know, someone has a good job somewhere, they earn good money, they're like, I don't think I'll need help anytime soon, so I don't need to join an organization. So we need to have a sort of incentive as to why, you know, someone would look towards, you know, getting to be a part of that group, even though they know that they really might never need as much help as, you know.
I think, and that's why the family thing comes in. I mean, if you have all the money in the world and your kids are not socializing with anybody, then, you know, it's your loss. So when we bring in something like the family thing, then it's not monetary benefits only, right?
That's true. But then, you know, human nature is that some people really don't give a damn about that. They're like, well, I mean, I can have my kids play wherever they want to play. I mean, there are some of us maybe who think that we left our home countries, so we don't have to be those people anymore. So there are some of us who think like that.
And it's okay. I mean, we respect the whatever. Let them be. Whoever is interested, we're not forcing anybody to join.
That's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? What I'm suggesting is, like the Ethiopian community, maybe everybody is not like they don't have, you know, meetings where people meet every time. But if we started a legal entity where whatever resources that we pull together, they'll be put towards, you know, generating something. You know, like look for something that you can, because you want to contribute every month. But so what? What if you're gonna move out of this place and go elsewhere? Are you gonna come back to look for the $20 that you contributed each month?
I don't think they're that trivial.
Well, you know, you can't tell.